Money's moving to me. I'm a millionaire. Money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it.
Hey, kings and queens. This is Sharita Leon. I went from being a homeless, disabled, single mom to a two-time #1 best-selling author with books that won the bestsellers list for over 2 years straight. I'm also a life, relationship, and business coach, an internet marketing strategist, entrepreneur, international speaker, and the protege of the legendary Les Brown, a forex trader and investor. And I empower my tribe to live their God-given purpose while creating wealth and have healthy relationships. I'm also a believer, and my faith is exuded in all that I do. So welcome to this video. So as you see in the title of this video, I am telling you why I joined Tava. Now, let me say this. I totally had absolutely no intent on ever joining a network marketing company again in my life. And if you're watching this video, you are probably like me. You were like, listen, I did that before, never doing it again. I've been burnt, I'm tired, all of the above. That was me, right? And I went from being tired of the industry to being disgusted by it, right? And there's one thing when you're tired of something, but when you're disgusted, there's no going back, right? So that was me. I had absolutely no intentions of going back into this industry. I had been successful as a trader, making thousands of dollars on a daily basis, almost on my phone, not having to speak to anyone. I had created my own membership group, so I had residual income coming from that. And so I liked the fact that I did not have to rely on anyone to have to create income on my own, right? And although I had that success, and although I had life on my own terms, I still feel like there was something missing, but I didn't know what it was. And I can guarantee you, I certainly did not think it was network marketing, right? But when the opportunity for Tava came to me, it came to me such in a way where it's so divine that I had to pay attention. I had to literally take it back to God, and I had to really think about it. Because, of course, if anyone just straight up came to me with an opportunity, I told them no. In fact, if you're watching this video, there's a great chance that you probably try to recruit me. A lot of people try to recruit me on different opportunities, and I told them no. And the way it happened with me meeting my mentor and saying yes to Tava is totally supernatural, and I'll talk about that maybe another day. But there was something that caught my attention when I said yes to this opportunity. And you know what? It was not the products. It was not the owner of the company. It wasn't the compensation plan. What really did it for me initially was the faith and belief in my mentor and my sponsor. His belief was so strong that I found myself in the vision that he was painting for me. And the vision wasn't just painted for me, but for anyone who was part of what he was doing. And sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes it's for someone else to have a vision so big that you can find yourself in it, where someone else's conviction is so strong that you begin to believe in it. And that's what happened for me. I believed in the vision that he had portrayed. I believed in what he was doing. And so it caught my attention. I believed in it enough to take it back to God. But even with that, I'm like, well, Lord, I don't want to do no network marketing again. So in addition to borrowing the faith of my leader, I had to think about some other things, right? I'm a businesswoman. So I had to look at some things from the business component. I had to take my emotions out of the way and look at the actual facts, right? Well, what were the facts? The facts were that this was a company that literally had just launched 2 weeks prior when I found out about it. Then I also had to look at the fact that the owner of the company, Mr. Lloyd, knows what he's doing. He had brought his last company to about $1 billion in sales and grew it to 500%. He had created 15 millionaires personally in his organization. He himself and his wife had brought home $30 million. He was the VP in the other company he was a part of. So I knew what his results looked like. So I'm like, okay, check. Timing, check. But then I had to go also to my leader, Mr. Clayvon Browning, who literally was working directly with the owner of the company. So that's placement. So we have placement, we have timing, we have results from the leadership of the company, and then there was infrastructure that was on point because they were backed by and partnered with a $4 billion enterprise, which is the Core Enterprises. So I saw that even if I did nothing but secure a position, I can literally be in the forefront of a movement where Tava could one day hit $1 billion, which I'm sure it will do. And just because I was literally at the beginning with my upline being directly underneath the owner of the company, I said, you know what, Sharita, you better go ahead and secure your spot. I literally had to get out of my emotions and put my business hat on. And that's what I want some of you to think about as well as you're watching this video. Because many of you that are watching this have been burnt in this industry. You're tired. I know. I have been there. So I understand it. But I also know that many of you that are watching this video, many of you also had that dream to one day walk a stage in a network marketing company. Many of you know that you have been called to create large organizations. And in fact, some of you know that you have to prove it to yourself that you can. So even though you're tired, even though you never want to do it again, something inside of you still says, man, I wonder what it would be like to actually have an organization with thousands of people. I wonder what it would be like to be, like the Stormy Wellingtons or the Cleavon Brownings or the, Jeff and Janelle Simpson. Some of you are probably thinking about what it would be like if you were that person. And you owe it to yourself to give it another shot, right? But I'm going to do another video on that. So the reason I said yes to Tava was because of those things that I just said. I had to look at the timing. I looked at the positioning, and then I tried the product. See, I received the product first before I ever got into the organization, before I ever got into the company. Mr. Browning sent me a sample, and in 7 days, I lost 9 pounds. Now, let me tell you why that's important for me. I am someone who has had an issue with weight my entire life. Lost 100 pounds, gained a lot back, so I've always gone up and down. And this last time for me, when I've gained weight this year, it was so much harder for me to take it off. And I had gotten to a place where I wasn't sure if I could do it. And the thing about it is, I literally was calling weight loss clinics just about a few weeks before I had been presented with Tava. And I was calling to find out how to get some diet pills and what my options were, because I did not think I could do it again. And the fact that I'm sitting before you in this video where I've lost a good amount of weight, you will see my before and after in the video that I have. I'll probably link it somewhere here. But in 3 weeks, I've lost as much weight as I have, gotten a lot of confidence back. And the fact that I've been going consistently to the gym every week, a minimum of 4 times a week for the past month, is exciting for me, right? It's totally exciting for me and encouraging. And so Tava came right on time for me, for my personal needs, for me to have the ability to have a work ethic to get to the gym every day, or 4 times a week actually. For me to have the accountability to get it done. And I'm not going to lie to you y'all, like I said in the beginning of this video, I was successful in what I was doing, but I felt like something was missing. And I found myself slowly but surely just being stagnant. I felt like I wasn't feeling alive. The last 2 months, I had been feeling kind of down. And I had my high moments. I wasn't in a place of depression or anything like that, but I felt like something was missing. I was not myself. And to tell you the truth, every day I'm excited now. Every day I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, I have something to do. I'm impacting lives. I feel alive. I'm dancing. I'm singing. I feel so good. And you can probably feel that energy through this video. And that came as a direct result of me saying yes to Tava. Now, that's not going to be everybody's story, right? It isn't just the fact that I said yes to Tava. I said yes to my leader. I said yes to people that I'm connected to in our group. I said yes to that, and the alignment with people being on the same vibrational frequency as you is real. Because my life changed in just a short period of time just by saying yes to partnering with Mr. Browning, and then meeting like a Barb, then meeting a Nevada, right? And being with a Dorothy Cook. These are the star players on my team, right? And so this video is going longer than I wanted it to, but I wanted to share this with you because there are many of you that will come to YouTube right now, especially the fact that we just launched less than 2 months ago, that are looking for an opportunity. And or maybe you said, I'm not doing this whole network marketing again, but something has caught your attention because Tava's making some noise in this industry, right? I want you to do like I did and get out of your emotions. One thing Mr. Browning told me that stuck with me was that if you stay in your past, if you live in your past, you can never live in your future. And that's a definite. If you stay and live in your past, you can never live in your future. You literally have the opportunity to create a new future. You have an opportunity to create a new story. So although it may have been hard for you before, and although you may be burned out, lost organizations, maybe got your back office shut down, who knows? You've probably gone through it all, right? I get it, been there. But what I can tell you is this. You have a new opportunity to say yes again, and say yes to yourself, and yes to all the people that are out there waiting for you. There are people right now that are praying for you to say yes so that you can be connected to them and that they can get their yes in yours. So what I want you to do is either email an email address that will be there below in the description box, right? And myself or someone from my team will get back in contact with you. There'll be a number as well. Text that number and say in that text that you want to get started, or you want more information, and we'll be gladly to assist you with that. I'm looking forward to working with you. I'm looking forward to working with A-list leaders, right? That are willing and ready to change lives, that are willing and ready to make 2020 the best year of their lives thus far by moving with an opportunity that is fresh and ready to change lives, right? This is exciting times, and you can be a part of it. So I thank you for watching. Until next time, only believe until the end, and go get your life. Be blessed, everyone.
I'm a millionaire, just money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it. I'm a millionaire.
Get your money. Get your money.
I'm a millionaire.
Get your money, money. Get your money.
I'm every day going to the top, never ever stop.